I'm going to make butternut squash mac and cheese today. So the way to start out with this, get your butternut squash. I have some huge ones. They're gonna be really hard to cut. Smaller ones are a little easier to cut, but I'll show you the best way to cut them. A couple of onions, some garlic, and then I have some cashews over here in this pot. 2 cups about, give or take. It depends on the size of batch you want to make, but I got them cooking. You want to get this going before you start setting everything else up because they got to get soft. So let those start, and then we will cut up our butternut squash. Okay, so to cut these squash, make sure your knife's nice and sharp. Dull knife, gonna slip, you could cut yourself, so make sure it's really sharp. I start in the middle, hang on to it pretty good, but don't get too like in a hurry, I guess. So I like to start and just get your knife in there and cut it down, and then carefully take it back out. Go back down into the same slice you just did. And slice straight down. These, it's best to take them off if you can. It's a struggle. Pop it off. And then you can cut down through there a little bit easier. And then you can just wiggle your knife back through. And you gotta cut open. Then you're just gonna want to take out the seeds, use a spoon, and just scrape them out. And then we can start peeling. Alright, so to peel these, I found the easiest way is with a potato peeler. It still takes some time. Since these are so big, I'm just cutting them all. That's the best way, just slam down on it because you don't want to risk getting stuck and cutting your fingers. So, and this is just long and tedious. This is the hardest part of the entire process, is skinning and cutting up this butternut squash. But it's worth it. So just start slow, and that way you have, when you cut it, you have a nice place to anchor it down, and you just start peeling. You can't peel it quickly or anything like that. You just have to go nice and slow. Alright, so I about got it all cut up. It's got one piece left. It's been a little bit of a struggle because I got larger butternut squash, which means they're older, they're tougher, they're harder to peel. You're better off to get like 4 to 6 small ones instead of these big ones that they should have saved for October yard decorations. But at any rate, I bought them and I need this sauce, so I'm going to struggle right through it anyway. So, they're typically not this hard to cut, but keep your fingers out of the way. If this is your first experience with squash, it's kind of difficult, but this is way harder than it normally is. You want to cut it into like nickel-sized pieces. So you'll just take and like this normally, no, but we're gonna do it anyway. Never be in a hurry for this. You're better off to take your time than you are to cut your finger off. So then once you get them all into decently uniform sized pieces, just cut them into little cubes, about yay. And they all go into the pot. And then we'll add our onion and garlic, and that will cook for probably about an hour. Alright, so this is all cooked. You just want to cook it until it's mush. Cashews are nice and soft. So all of our ingredients are ready to go. Alright, so we'll do this in batches, just as much as like your maximum fill line. I usually don't like to fill it much more than half. So what I put in here is I do nutritional food yeast, salt, nutmeg, turmeric, white pepper, a little bit of cayenne, ground mustard seeds, sweet paprika, smoked paprika, and some lemon juice. So you just do, like, say this is going to, probably about 4 batches is what this will be, so you want to do your cashews kind of evenly distributed for that. Squeeze half the lemon in there. Some salt. Not too much turmeric. Just about maybe a half teaspoon for all that. You can make it spicy if you want. This is more of just like a basic plain macaroni and cheese sauce. You can put jalapenos in it. You can put chili pepper in it. Some plant-based chorizo to make sort of like a taco style mac and cheese, or a nacho sauce, which is nice. All in there, and you just whiz it up batch at a time. The good thing about this too is you can measure with a measuring spoon if you want to, so you get more precise, but you do 4 batches. That way you can kind of adjust your acidity, you can adjust your salt as you go along to get it just right by the time it's all together. So that's pretty much it. You whiz it up until it's nice and smooth. If you make a large batch like I did, you're going to want to put it in freezer bags, put it in the freezer, and you can just grab one out whenever you want mac and cheese, or if you want to make nachos out of it, or whatever you want to do with it. Like I said, a little time consuming, but well worth it, especially if you do a large batch. You can just do it once and then have it for months, depending on how often you like mac and cheese. That's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching.